Hello, good day to you. It's Monday morning and welcome. And I saw this story. It's from PUBMED.gov, as American National Library of Medicine. Basically, it's a hit job. They're trying to obviously cover up the real reasons by making excuses. And they got a cheek. They really have a cheek. I know in the last 2 years that there's been lots of people like myself who've seen through the scam and done our own research and discovered the real data, the real truth, which is out there. It's out there if you want to go and find it. It's out there if you're looking. It's out there if you have your eyes open. But this is really, really taking the piss. They are actually trying to blame people like myself. I'm not going to name myself as because it's a rude name to call yourself, because it is an insult. You know, I'm not anti anything. I like the truth. I look at the truth and I look at the negative and the pros, make up my own mind about anything. So I'm not anti anything at all. And in this case, anti-vax. Yes, it's a word that has obviously very much been invented to suppress the truth out there. Because obviously if you can call somebody names, it discredits them. So obviously the idea here is to discredit you from telling the truth. And anybody that hears you're an anti-something or other, they're not going to believe you, even if what you're saying is truthful. Now, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of organisations who are trying to suppress the truth. The biggest ones, YouTube, Facebook, and of course the BBC, the MSM to a certain degree. There aren't any good ones out there. They're all playing the game. And of course this is another media outlet. And why are they doing it? Well, they're actually doing it to cover up the real reasons, the real truth. And without going into too much detail, because we are on this YouTube platform and I would like it to keep my channel, and I would like to keep this video up and running. But you can make your own investigations into the truth, ONS data, Office of National Statistics. You can look at the various data from the CDC, the various other databases out there, the VAERS database, and the Yellow Card System database. So you can look up your own data and find what is really going on. Of course, it's not just me that they're calling names. It's very much professional people, doctors and qualified people who have lots of knowledge, lots of qualifications in the area of this expertise, and they are being called and censored and deleted from the internet and the YouTube obviously platform. They have rules that if you don't follow, you get deleted. And there are many channels who have been deleted over the years, in the last couple of years. Now let's have a look at this document, because it is quite interesting. PubMed.gov, talking about the misinterpretation and perceived side effects, clarity on the safety of jib jabs. And obviously they are, if you read the article yourself, you'll see that there is a theme, and they're blaming the anti-vax movement. Yeah. They're blaming it. This band of people out there who have done their own research. And they're blaming them because it could be hiding the truth. Which we're not. Because we're not hiding the truth at all. This misinformation that they're causing, especially the BBC, with their hit jobs and their cover-ups and other MSM media and all of the TV channels, which are all controlled media. And of course, we can't not mention the social media platforms out there, which are also doing this. They're also censoring the truth. If they don't like the truth, they will remove it. And of course, now they're blaming this area of society because they're trying to say it's their fault for all of these things that are happening to people. It's got nothing to do with anything else. There's no correlation, but they're saying that if any of these things here, I could put my mouse on the item and you will see that there are various potentially dangerous conditions that people can get, and they're all being blamed on people who are spreading the truth, anti-vaxxers as they're called. It in itself is a term that is very much an insult to people, because there is no sort of spreading of false information, misinformation. They don't do that. They only spread real data, real truth. It's just that the people that are trying to hide it don't like it. So of course what they're going to do, they're going to remove it. And this is the worst case of suppression, misinformation and blame that I've ever seen in the last 2 years. It really is a hit piece, and it is literally just that paragraph, and that is it. Now this med.gov thing, PubMed, is a very well-known publication that's seen by many millions of people, especially in America. It is supposed to be, I believe, putting out the data, very much like the obviously the government do here in the UK. However, it seems like they have a slant towards the narrative, and obviously the narrative is what they want you to listen to and believe. They don't want you to hear anything else about any other issues or any other stuff. They call it fear-mongering and misinformation being peddled by people with no scientific training. Basically, which is all a lie, because these are people out there who are qualified. They've been deleted because they were telling the truth. They've been removed from social media because they were telling the truth. They are qualified people, even to the point of a guy called Dr. Robert Malone, who was actually the inventor of the mRNA technology. And if you try and search him, you'll find that his channels and things have been deleted from social media. So you see, it's a big problem. So these cheeky beep are really scraping the barrel, as far as I can tell. You know, they're desperate to cover up, desperate for those who are in the know from telling those who are waking up to the idea that there's all been a total last 2 years, a total scam as far as the actual data is concerned, the real data that's out there that anybody can see. It's perfectly acceptable, perfectly legal, and it's obviously perfectly available. You just got to go and look for it. If you believe what you believe and you're not looking at any other thing, then you are very closed-minded. Because there is a whole different life out there other than the one that you're being told, which is real. And if you listen to the BBC, that is the one that you shouldn't be listening to, because they are complete liars. They are spreading the misinformation, and it is very much going to be detrimental if you listen to what they've got to say and follow their advice, it will be detrimental to yourself. So, I thought I'd tell you about that because it did annoy me this morning. I thought it was a bit of a cheek. And of course there is a lot of sentiment being stirred up because it's the best way to keep control, and that is divide and conquer. Get one side fighting the other side. So you have the people telling the truth, spreading the truth, which are being called names because the other side are believing what they've been told by the people in charge. And remember, it's all about the people in charge. They want control of all of the data and all of the information. That's it from me. Have a good day.